Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, I'm pretty sure by now the whole world have seen the infamous video of St. Louis rapper J4 deciding to go to his ops house and will lose his life after a man would come out of the house shooting Drake almost immediately of him coming to his door. Now, there's been a lot of speculation about what's going on. From the outside looking in, all we can do is speculate based on what we see. Now, I told y'all that I personally feel that rapper J4 was looking to get some type of clout by thinking he was going to go to his ops house, record, and get a viral moment. Well, actually, I was just made aware today that it was something that J4 did and even made it his business to put it in his music.
Mr. Bounce about the cut, he tried to run, but I had stopped him. Hit the fully right at the crowd, I think that's why they ass got trauma. 5.56 for him up the chop, I know that shit feel like some lava. 4 rockets with his top knock off his noggin. Heard he dishing on my name, knock on his door like that was poppin'.
So once again, maybe he thought he was gonna go to his ops house, they were gonna go back and forth, and he was gonna go catch a viral moment. However, there's a couple of new factors that play a part into what may have went down. Now initially, judging from the video, we all thought that J4 went to his ops house with a phone in his hand, no firearm, and maybe he was just out of his mind. Even his mother addressed the situation as the video had been going viral, and she would take to her Facebook to say, quote, "I wish y'all just stop with the videos and comments dissing my son." Shaking my head. He went over there to talk. He never thought they would do him like that. Clearly he had no weapon in his hand on that Ring camera. My pic got dropped in the group chat. My son always defended me even until his death. Shaking my head. Ninjas was talking about unaliving me. That's why he went over there. They be in this group chat every morning talking to each other. They been watching me. They told my son what car was driving. Them ninjas lurked on me and I had no clue. That's why my son felt so comfortable going over there, because they talked every day in that chat. Shaking my head, shaking my head. Now keep in mind, she's saying that her son didn't have a firearm, and the only reason he went over there is due to her son being tricked and lured into his ops house, where they basically set him up because he didn't know that they were going to do that. She also mentioned that him, along with guys he is into it with, do have a group chat that they talk to each other frequently, almost every morning. Now we gotta spare her, because I don't think she understands the type of games that this new generation play. I don't think she understands that this new generation go live with their ops, DM their ops, tag their ops in pictures, the whole 9 yards. So she thinks just because her son was going live with these guys in the group chat that they were friends, but sadly mistaken. Also, she said that he didn't have no firearm. However, new details that have been surfacing online about the situation states that J4 did in fact have a firearm, allegedly. He just had it tucked in between his armpit as a way to disguise it. Not to mention, the same guys who were in that group chat with him went live and said that J4 must have been bragging about buying a new firearm that morning as he texted the group chat asking his ops who's going to lose their life today.
Okay. We kill him.
They straight there for us to do that though, cause like this nigga they straight asked for us to do that.
Like, we kill him, cuz I had that same Drake that my partner smacked him with.
I don't even want to tell him what I rage baited that man to his death this morning. I can show
it. He called the group chat early one time.
No.
I ain't even gonna get on that, girl, but you know that ain't.
He called the group chat 8 in the morning. Who tried to die? Nigga, you?
Oh, my mama, him? His ass got eliminated on my dead granny.
His ass woke us up at 8 in the morning, nigga. He just got his... Man, I don't even want to do that.
He just know. His ass just got his gun today and died with it.
So now this put a new perspective on things. Clearly he had every intention on going to that house and doing something he had no business doing. It's just that his op was a little more quicker than him and beat him to the punch. We would later find out that the op's name, who we would see on the Ring camera, is another St. Louis drill rapper by the name of Kendo B. Kendo is a Frenchtown affiliate who are rivals with J4 and his 1448 gang, so of course when he's seen J4 at his doorstep, he wouldn't waste no time. Now here's the thing, it's said that Kendo, after shooting multiple times at J4 taking his life, he would then turn himself into police, assuming that he would be let go due to self-defense, so he wouldn't need to try and run from police, regardless to the shooting happening in broad day. It's been about 2 days now, and it's been speculated that Kendo B is still in jail and haven't been let out, despite people feeling that he will only get hit with self-defense, and the most time he may get is just for a weapon possession charge. So here's the real question here. Do you think Kendo is just going to receive a penalty for the weapon and get off on self-defense, or do you think he overdid it and will be charged accordingly? Now I'm going to break down why it's a strong possibility why Kendo just may not be able to claim self-defense and may just be held responsible for first degree M. So y'all hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm, and if you not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it. Now let's go straight to the source and ask Google about its staying your ground laws in St. Louis so we can get a clear understanding to start from. So according to Google, it'll state, quote, Missouri staying your ground laws, specifically RSMO 563031, allow individuals in St. Louis to use physical or deadly force in self-defense without a duty to retreat if they reasonably believe it is necessary to protect themselves, others, or their property from imminent death, serious injury, or forcible felony. Now another part of the information will state, quote, while you can stand your ground, the use of force must be proportional to the threat. Now remember all this because it's going to make sense later. Now I also asked Google, quote, if I shoot someone multiple times from behind, can that still be considered self-defense in St. Louis? Google will say, quote, shooting someone multiple times from behind in St. Louis can still be considered self-defense under Missouri stand your ground and castle doctrine laws, but it is highly fact-dependent and legally complex. The key is proving you had a reasonable belief that deadly force was necessary to prevent death, serious injury, or felony. Reasonable belief of danger, the threat must be imminent. If the person was shot from behind, it must be proven that they still pose a danger, such as immediately reaching for a weapon or being in the process of committing a violent crime. Stand your ground RSMO 563031. You have no duty to retreat any place you have a legal right to be, even if you could safely escape. Castle doctrine. You have a stronger presumption of self-defense if the incident occurs within your home, vehicle, or private property. Multiple shots. The number of shots is not the primary factor, but rather whether each shot was justified to stop the threat. Continue shooting after the threat was seized can lead to charges. Now once again, it says continue shooting after the threat has ceased can lead to charges. Limitations. Self-defense is not justified if you were the initial aggressor or if the threat had already ceased when you fired, meaning the danger was no longer imminent. Each case is scrutinized by prosecutors to determine if your fear was reasonable, not just that you were afraid. Now off rip, I can see out of the 5 things listed, Kendo B already failed the self-defense qualifications for 3 out of the 5 things. On a positive note, when it comes to the castle doctrine, it does state that you have a stronger presumption of self-defense if the incident occurred at your house. And it definitely did. But reasonable belief of danger says that if you shoot someone from behind, you must prove they still pose a danger. Then multiple shots would tell us that continued shooting after the threat was already ceased can lead to other charges. And then lastly, limitations will tell us that danger is no longer considered imminent if you already ceased when you fired, and self-defense isn't justified if you initiated the issue. All in which we witnessed Kendo B do. Now the last part is what need to be paid attention to, because it says that in order for self-defense to be justified in a situation like this, you can't be the aggressor and you basically can't continue shooting if your target is already deceased. Now if you watch the video, you see J4 running away as well as collapsing not once, but twice. With that being said, he wasn't reaching for a weapon, he wasn't posing any danger, hell, he could barely even run, because he was running away with his back turned and he collapsed both times. So, with that being said, instead of self-defense, it's looking more like Kendo may have overly did it. Self-defense is one thing, but when you overdo it, that's when charges come in, and here's what I've learned from experience. I had a friend that was a correction officer. One day he was doing his rounds, and the inmate threw piss on him, then spit in his face from his cell. Now the CO blacked out and put hands on the inmate, as something like that would warrant that type of response. However, the CO would end up knocking the guy out, but after the inmate lost consciousness, he was still beating on the inmate. Now when the CO went to court because he got in trouble, the prosecutor explained that as soon as the inmate lost consciousness, he no longer posed a threat at all. So anything after that was just malicious on the CO's behalf, and long story short, the judge sided with the prosecution. He agreed that the CO overly did it, and he would lose his job on top of catching an assault charge on the inmate. Now here's the thing, they was okay when he put hands on the inmate, but when the inmate lost consciousness, that's when they drew the line. So the point I'm trying to make is, yes, if you have to defend yourself, that's what self-defense is. But when someone no longer poses a threat to you, you're no longer on defense. You're basically on offense. And if you pay attention to what it said on Google, it stated that the initial aggressor can't claim self-defense. And I would assume that despite J4 going to his house, Kendo would be considered the initial aggressor because he began shooting first, right out the door. They said he had a weapon on him, but we haven't seen any reports saying that the police recovered the firearm unless I missed some. So it's going to be a tough one because police always have technicalities. And if it was easy, I'm sure he would have been out already, considering everything was already caught on camera. So, who knows? But interesting enough, I found what someone said on Reddit pretty intriguing, as they would speak on his self-defense claims, and despite what Google says, he feels that Kendo may get off. He would respond saying, quote, "Y'all going by textbook laws like civilians. Do y'all know anybody who dealt with real situations similar to this? The police don't always go all deep into detail with things like this if it seemed even slightly justifiable. Dude showed up to somebody's doorstep with a ski mask on covering his face and a firearm on him after threatening him. That's more than enough. My first cousin fried a dude, hit him in his back and all that. He still got off with mutual combat, ain't even get charged with the weapon or nothing. And we don't have stand your ground laws here or open carry where I'm from. They said Buddy was a threat to the neighbor or something and dropped the case. Sorry to tell y'all, but them textbook rights, laws, type situations don't apply to street ninjas like they do innocent civilians. They don't care as much if you blow down an active gang member who was looking for trouble with a firearm on them like they would an innocent lady, kid, or YT person, sorry to say. And I can't lie, he does have a point. The law really don't favor criminals. The law tend to turn the cheek to guys who are in the streets, and the rules that are applied to an innocent bystander isn't the same for a person the law considers a gang member. It's almost as if they feel that he or she already had it coming in the first place. And all it takes is for them to play a J4 video in court, and it's convincing enough, probably for Kendo to claim self-defense, as he may say he was afraid for his life because J4 have already dissed him in the past and said what he was going to do if he seen him. Who knows? Now, interesting enough, someone underneath that post would respond to the comment in agreement, and he would say, quote, "He ain't lying. I have served 13 years and read and witnessed countless cases like this." Bro was 100% correct. He showed up to bro house armed. They already in an armed conflict with these individuals. He showed up in known sliding gear and with the firearm after threatening its usage against bro. The fact that he ran means nothing. As long as the individual still reasonably believe him or someone else is still in potential danger, there's a level of justification. Remember the case with football player in Florida? I get it. Different state, people came to his home to confront him. There's no visible weapon on camera. He retrieves his AR with 100 shots and chases the guys down the street, firing into their vehicle. Jury said it's justified because he was still potentially under threat, and that's the true standard. You show up to my spot with a weapon after threatening me with it, I get the blowing, you run. For what? To take cover, to return fire, to reinforcement? I have no clue. At any moment, J4 could have ran behind an object and returned fire. This is a clear possibility. So you fire and fire until you neutralize the threat. A fallen assailant fleeing gunfire means nothing. The entire catalyst was brought about by that person's actions, and they are still very much armed and capable unless they are eliminated at the moment. He might have to fight, but bro might got that John spanked for sure. So, as y'all can see, everyone has different opinions on what's going on. Some believe that Kendo B would beat it, and in worst case scenario get an illegal weapon possession charge. But there's some that feel he won't beat it because of laws going against Kendo when it comes to what's considered self-defense and what's not. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think he's gonna beat it, or do y'all think he's cooked? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. I'm out.